Hello everyone, this is the CS Revelation. Welcome to a new video on Java. Today I'm going to show you how to read from a text file onto the console window. Okay, so the first thing that you want to have is a text file. And it is recommended that you place the text file in your project folder, in the root of your project folder. So my projects are in Documents, NetBeans project. It's called File Reader. In this level, the root level, I'm creating a text file. So new text file, we can create it here. You could just copy and paste it from somewhere else. I'm going to call it numbers, and I'm opening this file and just pasting any random numbers in there. So this is just for testing purposes. Just space them, these numbers, and just hit save. Okay, so the next thing now is to type code to actually read from this text file. So the first thing that we need here is going to be a Java scanner. So it's going to be scanner scan. That's just the name of it, equals new scanner. So we're instantiating the scanner class, but this is going to be a file scanner. So it's going to be new file. And then you, in parentheses, you're going to put the name of this file, the text file that we just created. So it's numbers.txt. Make sure you put the extension for the file name. So that's good. That goes in quotation marks. And the next thing you want to do is to import the java.util. And also, in order for you to use the file, which is a member of java.io, you want to import that as well. I'm going to put star here just so we import everything from java.io. And it says, okay, now because we are scanning from a file, we need to throw some exceptions. So we're going to use a try catch. Okay, so we're going to use the try catch to catch these exceptions. Okay, so surround it with a try catch, and it's going to be exception E. And in case this crashes, let's say does not find a file name, or does not find the file, or the file does not exist, it should tell us something about that. So system out, print, we are simply going to be printing the message of this exception. So just E. That should be enough. All right, so let's just test out the scanner here. So it says built successful. That means it's capable to make connections with this text file. Okay, now the next thing is actually reading from this text file. So right here, I'm going to use a while loop. So the while loop is going to read while there is a number there. So I'm going to say scan, which is the name of the scanner, dot has next. While basically the scanner has another value, just keep doing the following, right? Until there's no more values in that text file, in that scanner. So we're going to print them simply, system out print. We're going to print them in the same line. So we're going to use the print statement. What are we printing? We're printing what comes through the scanner, which is the next. If you want to read the whole line, line by line, or you're going to have to use the .next line. If you're reading one number at a time, you could use the .next. I'm going to show you the difference in a second. Let's start by reading lines separately. And that should be it. That is the minimum code to read from a text file. So let's try this out. So we click run, and there you go. So it's actually read all the numbers. It placed them all in just one line. Okay, so it's actually a big set of numbers. Okay, now if we wanted to read them in separate lines, or actually, you will make this a print ln. That means we're going to print them in separate lines. That gave me the numbers in separate lines. But if I wanted these numbers to be individually in separate lines, then I will use the .next instead of the .next line. Because .next line reads a line at a time, and .next reads a value at a time, a word at a time. So you see here, we got 1, element in each line. Okay, so this is how you read from a text file. So you need to create the scanner, mention the name of the file, and then just simply read from it. Now I'm going to show you how to read from a text file and write into another file. So let's suppose that we wanted to read all the numbers from this file and copy them onto another text file that does not exist currently. So we're going to create that file with code and copy all the values that we read from numbers.txt onto the new file. So for that, you will need a file writer. So we're going to create file writer. So this is case sensitive. Make sure you type them correctly. And I'm going to instantiate the file writer class. I'm going to name my object writer. So it's equal new file writer. And in parentheses, I'm going to put the name of the new file that's going to be created. I'm going to call this one just simply file or new file. New file. And it has to be .txt because it is a text file. And that basically says that this is going to create an object, instantiate the file writer, and create an object that points to this text file. And now, instead of simply writing them onto the console window, we're actually going to read them or actually copy them, write them onto this text file. So for that, we're going to use, so I'm going to comment this out just to show you that we're going to use this code instead. The code is going to be writer, which is the object that we created. Dot write, so we're going to use the write method that belonged to the writer object. And what are we writing? We're going to be writing the whatever the file has, which is which is numbers. Or actually, maybe we read directly from the scanner. Yeah, which is the scan. Yes, yeah. So scan dot next. So instead of writing them to the console, we're actually getting them from the scanner and writing them onto this new file. Okay, so that's the code that's going to write them. I'm going to add a space, just to space them out. And one more thing that is necessary for this to function properly is closing this writer object. Okay, so we're going to say writer dot close, and that's going to save the file and end the writing stream. Okay, so now we run this. It says built successfully. Let's make sure. So we go to the project folder. See, we have the new file now. We open it up and we see that we got all the numbers that are also in the numbers file. Okay, so this was a quick overview for the minimum code needed for reading from a file and writing onto a file. Of course, you could do a lot with this. So it's not really just copying from one file to another. You can do a lot of other processes like adding these numbers, multiplying these numbers, and so on. Or you could simply just, do any type of transformation to them and then write onto another file. But this is the minimum code for reading and writing from a file. And I'll see you in the next one.